So here I am in selection 16. It's like things are blending together or melding. They're melding. That's, I think, or smelting when they put the two things together. So I'm just an idiotic, stupid dog. Sometimes I'm involved with trying to make some kind of posts. Half the time, I'm just almost at a loss and worried that when I go to bed, I'm not going to wake up. That's the point of my life that I'm at, but I'm still clinging to the youth or whatever, still trying to experience but I just got home from camp. I was really happy for a couple of days. So now I'm like, my God, I feel so old. I feel so crickety and rickety. I just want to sleep. Maybe that's what you got to do if you want to live to be 18 or 19. You got to get a lot of deep, long, whatever you call it, REM sleep naps, so you get deep in there and you can rejuvenate, rehivernate, whatever they call it. But in the meantime, the man, he's into this whole thing where he's drying out and he's, I tell you what, he's such a nuisance when this guy's trying to dry out. It's disgusting. It's frigged up. He's like he's on something. He's drying out. Sobriety is like he's on something. And it's not that pleasant of an experience. But he says, look at this, and he kind of shares with me his phone. He says, no, you look, dog, I've already seen it like 8 times. And it was these skanks in a skank fest where skank fest guys, the 3 of them, they meet Kill Tony. And Kill Tony, he's calling out for beef. He says it's a solar eclipse. He calls out for some beef, and those skanks, they give it to him some beef. And Kill Tony, he cracks a joke. They says, hey, to the guy who looks a little like Mr. Clean, except for now he's beefed up. He looks like he's been pumping weights, and he's got a cowboy hat on, and he's in a Hawaiian shirt. And so he doesn't look like Mr. Clean. He doesn't look that clean. He's looking a little, I don't know, a little bloated maybe. He looks like he's beefing up, but he's looking a little bloated, like Mac from the whatever thing show. But anyways, Kill Tony, they start beefing right away, and Kill Tony says something along the lines of, yeah, it's so good if you got, whatever. If you like Donald Trump, Kill Tony, that's right, he says, if you like Donald Trump and his crappy Truth Social, no one's getting on there. Or if you like Gitter or something, I think it was Gitter with that crazy fascist, whatever, Miller, the bald-headed kid Miller. It's as if you're like, Kill Tony was trying to crack a joke saying that the skanks were equal to the situation with Donald Trump and Truth Social getting about 15, whatever you would say, original viewers, or like a 500,000 clips or yanks on the PUD, whatever. It's not very good numbers. And Kill Tony's like, you guys are the exact same thing as Donald Trump's crappy Truth Social or the David Miller Gitter thing. You're both in the bush of the Bush Leagues. Well, the 3 skanks, they're like, I'm not taking this down. It's the first skank, Mr. Clean, stands up. He gives them hell. So the next skank, he stands up and says, we've, whatever you call it when you circumnavigate or you glob on or you take, he says to Kill Tony, we're like the parasitical worm and we've invaded and now we're flying, we're making our hay under your banner. He says, you're so stupid, Kill Tony, you don't even understand. We've co-opted your shtick or whatever you would say, and now whatever, because they were arguing over who's the crowd really belonged to. Kill Tony says, it's my crowd. The skanks were saying it was their crowd, but Kill Tony says, you got like 12 people. What are you kidding me? And the second skank, he turned up in that retort, and he says, yeah, we're flying, we're like pirates, we're whatever, we're housing, we're stealing, we're co-opting, whatever you call it when you invade and no one even knows it. And you're like, you're working for me, you don't even understand it, but whatever. And then the middle skank, the guy who's kind of always laying down on his mattress, he stands up and he kind of tried to say something peaceable. And I think the crowd kind of liked it, but they weren't laughing as loudly. They weren't getting as loud for the peace. And then Kill Tony said something and it kind of dived, it busted. And then they kind of said, all right, we're going to go back on or whatever. At one point, I just said, that's enough. If there's not a football game on, watching this horse shit is not what I need to be doing. I'm an old ancient dog who's home from camp. This is selection 16. We're having a melding of Kill Tony and the skanks in my other world. I didn't even think in my world it was time to even talk about skanks. I don't know. I'm a dog going to a camp. I just was like making a comment in another situation, another life, another thing I did, another whatever, another, how there's one, in a string theory, there's one universe, right, in a plane next to another universe. I thought it was over in the other universe, but now I'm realizing they're all in the same plane. I thought, but whatever, it doesn't matter.